I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
You're blind. You're trying to escape from here, aren't you? I want to see how far you can make it before your head is chopped off. Good luck not getting killed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the world's greatest race course. Tonight, the National Racing Network is proud to be presenting the TNT Special Events Series, the EchoBlade Freedom Fight. Coming at you here, going to be 50 minutes of live racing action here on the National Racing Network. We are looking forward to this in an absolutely massive way. Presented by Sunset Artic Games, and their new title going to be released this July, EchoBlade. You got to see the ad run just before the show. Really neat-looking concept of a game and kind of the sensory deprivation of things. Tonight we're going to have sensory overload here at the world's greatest race courses. We have, like we said, 5 full classes of racing cars out on the speedway tonight. Let's pick them up here one by one and give you a look as they make their way around the racetrack. First up, the fastest of the cars you'll see, the IR-18s, the modern-day Indycar, currently practicing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for qualifications this weekend. They're going to be the front runners here tonight, turning lap times right about 40.5 seconds. Looks like it's going to be about what pole time is. One car already starting the attenuator a bit early. Let's pick up Sebastian Kinder as he's out on the racetrack. This is going to be class number 2. Second fastest of the group is what it looks like here. That looks like the PM18s. Actually, I think that's the Formula Renault car. We'll have to see here kind of as we go along, but Next group out on the racetrack going to be the lap times on that second class of cars, right about 48 seconds. So a 7-second per lap difference in speeds as they get their way around this 2.5-mile oval. This one is the PM18. A.M. Johansson piloting this number 2 machine. We're going to have a ton of throwback liveries tonight. The players' colors winning here at Indianapolis at the hands of Jacques Villeneuve. Greg Moore, the other really notable pilot. Paul Tracy, among others. Long, long history of the players' Forsyth colors here around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Kevin Smalley out trying to pick up as many cones as humanly possible here. You see him weaving his way down the back stretch. We're also going to have the USF 2000 cars and the Legacy Pro Mazdas. 1 minute 3.07 seconds. The last lap time about 60 seconds flat to 61 seconds. Going to be the time for these race cars. So we're already 20 seconds off lead pace. Then we'll slide back here and pick up the final group. These should be the USF 2000s. Easily the slowest class by far. They're going to be running lap times. Best time about 1 minute 4, more likely about 1 minute 5 or so. Here's where these cars become very dangerous, though. They can easily run flat 3 abreast all the way around the racetrack. So if you are a faster class car, good luck is basically kind of the thought process. There you see one of the IR-18s come flying around the outside. This is going to be absolutely wild here tonight. And practice just wrapping up. Time for qualifications. Take a look here and see if we have any drivers that are going to be providing us cameras here tonight. That is, we do have the ability to show you guys some in-car cameras from the drivers. We'll kind of get the word out here for them a little bit as well, but we'll pick up Andrew Marquez. He's going to be one of the quicker drivers in the field tonight. Would not be a surprise to see that car make its way to the front of the field. Andrew Marquez is going to come around to complete lap number 1, and he goes to the top of the charts, 39.99 seconds. One of the things to bear in mind here is that the cars are running identical setups, so this is entirely down to basically, especially in the Indy cars, how steady can you hold the wheel? That's going to be the really big determining factor in your amount of success. $39.95. New quick time to the top of the charts. Dakota DeMeg of Sunset Artic Games going to set the quick time here. We promise there's no fixing going on, but that EchoBlade machine rapidly through turns 3 and 4, making his way down the front stretch, 39.83 seconds. He's going to be slower all the way around, but not by much. 39.85. Going to be the quick time there. We'll pick up Chris Kresge. Qualifying, you are allowed to use the warm-up aprons. You are not allowed to do that in the race. Any cars that run the apron will be penalized. Chris Kresge finishing up his run. He's going to be second quick in the Formula Renault 3.5 class. Basically, it's the closest approximation on the iRacing service to the Indy Lights cars, and they're going to be pretty competitive on speed as well. We'll pick up Jason Owens as he makes his way around. He's going to be in the third group of cars here. That is... should be the PM18 there that Jason's driving. That Extra Life, Riley Children's Foundation scheme. Very familiar to the TNT drivers. He moves to the top of the charts in that class. Just finishing up his qualification run is Chad Irvine. We'll pick up Patrick Byrne as he makes his way around. This is the Legacy Pro Mazda car. The "oh, absolutely's" all over these, a reference to Patrick using that term pretty repetitively in our broadcasts here. So qualifications just wrapping up here. Only one car, does not take time. We'll show you the results here for qualifications and the race for that matter. We're going to show them to you by class because each of these races is individual to the drivers participating in that class. There is an overall win, but first place points and prize money get awarded to the winner of each individual class. The IR18's quick time going to be Dakota DeMaig, followed by Jason Willott, Andrew Marquez, Gary Godso, Antonio Estrada, the top 5. In the Indy Lights division, Indy Lights division, Connor Baldwin, quickest, 49.720 seconds, 2 1,000ths of a second ahead of Chris Kresge. Max Garbus, Sebastian Kinder, and Mike McCullen, the top 5. Group number 3 is the PM18s. There's only 5 of them out here tonight. Jason Owens, James Gallagher, A.M. Johansson, Jeffrey Davis, and Cody Claiborne. Matt Houston, Matt Galida, Kevin Smalley, Tyler Ziegler, Jason Murray, and Chad Irvine. Going to be your quick timers of the US F2000 class, and the final class of the night will be the Legacy Pro Mazdas, Patrick Byrne, Nicholas Isidro, John Forbes, Gary DeMoss, Rick Cleary, the top 5 in that one. Field making their way around here, and we'll get the starting grid here for you in just a second. Field going to make their way around, and this is going to be a quick trip around here, the starting grid. Lining up into rows of 3, Dakota DeMeg, Jason Willott, Andrew Marquez on the front row. Row number 2 will have Gary Godso, Antonio Estrada, and Jose Gadino. RJ Hecky, Joseph Penn, J. William Walker in row number 3. Connor Baldwin, Chris Kresge, Max Garbus. We'll get you the rest of the starting field here. As they grid up into rows of 3, this is going to be absolutely epic. Coming around here to take the start of this race. We're throwing it back to 1997 a little bit here. 35 cars will make up the starting grid. So it'll be 11 rows of 3, 1 row of 2. Cannot wait to see the train wreck that this turns into, that is for sure. 50 minutes is the distance. Off of turn number 4, green flag goes in the air. We're underway in the EchoBlade Freedom Fight at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Looks like everybody through the field so far is going to be fairly clean here through turn number 1. The slower cars are just absolutely insane how quickly they're going to lose space. No incidents on the initial start of the race here. Your Indy cars already making their way through turn number 4. Dakota DeMay should be your race leader. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Jason Willott to the outside. Dakota DeMay leads lap number 1. This is the fight for the overall lead. Trouble towards the back of the pack here for Gary DeMoss and John Forbes. Chad Irvine also going to be involved here. That looks like it may be a big mess here to get cleaned up. Let's get you the Hot Shoe Racewear Instant Replay. Take a look and see what happened here on the back straightaway. Gary DeMoss, John Forbes, Chad Irvine, all going to be involved in this one. Oh, just a little bit of contact. Hard into the outside wall. Wow. That was a wild ride. We'll go back here to live coverage. Front of the field already putting cars a lap down here on lap number 2. Oh, shooting the gap. Good Lord. Absolute insanity here throughout. So the IndyCar is starting to settle themselves down just a little bit here. We'll slide up ahead on the racetrack here. These are the PM18s. Wow, what a save there. One of the IR18s may have gotten up into the outside retaining wall. Good look here at James Gallagher running the same livery that the McLaren F1 team, I believe, is going to be running this weekend at the Monaco Grand Prix. An absolute throwback. That car is gorgeous. We'll get you a good look at it here as they come down the front straightaway. Fairly tame already here in this one. Pick up Jason Owens here. We can show you the onboard. There's a good look at Jason as he pilots that Extra Life Riley Children's Foundation, number 87. Currently running in 19th overall, but a little bit misleading here because that is, let's see, now running, yes, second in class. Unfortunately, Chad Irvine back on the racetrack here. There's Chad's back in the office. He's got the mustache in full effect. About as bored as a guy could look, actually, quite frankly. Chad Irvine lapping all alone out here. Pick up your race leaders as they come down the front straightaway, already almost 5 minutes in. Jason Willott going to look to the inside of Dakota DeMay. He claims the race lead for lap number 6. Big wiggle to the inside. He's trying to break the draft. These IR-18s are just absolutely massive draft cars. Let's look back at the Indy Lights class as they make their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Chris Kresge running the Arrows F1 schemes. I guess mid-1990s? A little bit later in the 1990s, I guess, early 2000s. Max Garbish just back behind him running a Fruit Loops livery on the side of that number 98 machine. Once again, coming a lap down here to the IR-18s. Get you a look here at Connor Baldwin. He has one of the meme machines, busting some chops here on Patrick Byrne. Just back behind him, though, Wes Shire, one of my favorite liveries of all time. The Jag that absolutely dominated at Le Mans, the silk cut colors. Pretty good one back behind him there for Mike McCullen as well. The Rothmans Williams livery from 1994, 1995. Slide back, we'll pick up the USF 2000 machinery here. Matt Houston from Raceverse leading the pack in his number 66 machine, but he's going to have to fight with Tyler Ziegler to the outside down the front straightaway. You can see the speed difference between the IR-01s and just about everybody else. It's a good side-by-side fight here for position. So far, it looks like with the exception of Nicholas Isidro, every car is turning laps here still on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is absolutely fantastic. Big gaggle of cars making their way off of turn number 2 here. We'll take a look. That is going to be James Gallagher, Cody Claiborne, Jeffrey Davis, Jason Owens, A.M. Johansson. The whole class of PM18s still running together here. Take a look at Jeffrey Davis's machine. Oh, we got to get you. Oh, just as we talk about the guy, what a slide and recovery. Oh, wow. Well, sorry, Jeffrey. We kind of screwed you up there, bud, but a fantastic-looking Coca-Cola livery on that car. I have no idea who that was that just slid in front of you, but first big code brown moment of the night that we've seen. Let's get you some of the comments here as we check up in on them here. Debbie Hetke says, hey, Chris, ready for a good, clean race. Team RJ. RJ Hetke currently running in the 6th position overall in the IR-18s. Chad Irvine gets us our first oh absolutely of the night. This is a show we are absolutely... We're going to need multiple track maps, I think, here for this race tonight, because this is about as difficult of a race as you could possibly call from a broadcast standpoint, because not only are the classes different, but everybody's running different paint schemes on us and everything else as well. So we're going to do our best to keep up with it here, but the fight for the race lead continues down the back straightaway. Jason Willott, Dakota DeMeg will continue their brawl through 3 and 4. Gary Godso, Andrew Marquez, Antonio Estrada, RJ Hetke. Top 6 cars overall, all within about a second and a half of each other as they cross the start-finish line. As Dakota DeMeg goes back to the race lead and is going to come around one of those slower classes of cars. Timing and scoring tower should update here as we go. We'll get you a look now at the Indy Lights. Chris Kresge still leading that group. This is another one. Top 5 cars, 6 cars, in fact, in the class, only about a second apart from each other. Holding a nice single file line down the back straightaway, keeping everything nice and polite here. Picking up the PM18 class. Once again, everybody being very well behaved here. The closer we get to pit stops in the end of this race, the less likely it is that it's going to stay that way. But the racing has been very good so far. Slide back a little further in the field here. Pick up the USF 2000 cars. Having an absolute mess of a time. They're going to continue to run side by side down the front straightaway here. Tyler Ziegler out in no man's land just a little bit. This is one of those classes that getting on and off of pit road is going to be really important. And then timing the run when you maybe get a little bit of drafting help, that really could decide the outcome of this one. Looking back here now at Patrick Byrne. He's leading the Legacy Pro Mazda class by 5.5 seconds over Robert Drew. Slide back, and there's the rest of the group. Robert Drew, Corey Cleary, Rick Cleary, all in that little pack making their way around the inside. See if we can't get Patrick Byrne in the booth here with us. Patrick, you're out to a 5.5 second lead here. How did you get the car that far out in front ahead of the rest of the pack?
Everybody wrecked, and then Nick Isidro, he actually had a computer issue, and it took him out of the race, and it seems like I'm able to hold this lead, which is working out pretty well for me.
Yeah, I would say so. You're holding on pretty well here at the front. Now it's just a matter of kind of staying out of trouble, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, I'm just trying to just chill out, make some left turns, and hopefully we come out on top in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're looking forward to, bud. So good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Oh, excuse me there. All right, let's make sure he's in a position to be interviewed here and not, 3 wide with his hair on fire or something. But looks like everybody's clean down the back straightaway here. So let's see if we can find. Let's see, hopefully we can get Jason Owens in here in just a little bit. He's one of the drivers that has the in-car camera tonight. Let's see if we can pick up Chad Irvine here. Chad Irvine, we got a good look at you in the EchoBlade machine coming off at turn number 4 here. Unfortunately, the race didn't really start the way you were hoping it would, though.
No, it looked like some Pro Mazdas jumped the start a little bit, kind of got between me and the pack, and I got pretty aggressive trying to get back up to him. It didn't seem to work out. But we're up here having a good time, man. Just, you know, casually turning laps at 143 miles an hour.
Yes, turning laps at 143 and waiting for the cars doing 230 to come screaming past you down the straightaways.
Yeah, just going fast, turning left, and do what I can to pray that everybody else in front of me crashes out. I see them coming up behind me. They're about 4.5 seconds back. Maybe I should just try to crash all of them out instead.
We do have unlimited fast repairs here tonight, so it'd be a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it plays out for you. Good luck the rest of the way there, Chad.
Thanks, Chris.
That's Chad Irvine. We got a good look at him. Looks like we have our first taker down pit road here. Going to be Jose Godino in the IR18s. They do have pit speed limits in effect here tonight, so we'll keep an eye here on the 206 machine. Car's already up in the air. 4 Firestones going to go on. We'll see. He's down and away 8.9 seconds, so not a terrible stop there. He makes his way back out onto the racetrack. Here's the rest of your race leaders. We should see them coming to pit road here in the not-too-distant future. 21 laps in to the EchoBlade Freedom Fight. 15 minutes, 25 seconds to be exact here into the race. Still a great 3-car battle at the front of the field. Dakota DeMeg, Jason Willott, and Gary Godso. This fight has been fantastic. I can't believe we haven't wrecked a car with this fight for the lead going on. Whole lot of F3 watching. That's the relative that the drivers can see. Coming around, Sebastian Kinder. Man, we've got a huge group of cars here down the front straightaway. This is really where the Indy cars can run into some trouble. In fact, a lot of discussion over the course of the last month or so about the etiquette of completing the pass here. Ultimately, it's on the faster car to complete the pass safely. However, the slower cars do have to sort of make sure they're not completely in the way the entire time as well. So everybody's playing nicely so far. I don't think we're going to see that continue for the duration of this race. What an absolutely gorgeous shot here. As race leaders cross the yard of bricks, coming past the Legacy Pro Mazdas into turn number 1. Let's pick up the Indy Lights cars running just back behind them. This fight for the lead has settled down just a little bit. Mike McCullen catching up on Max Garbus, Connor Baldwin, Chris Kresge, Ben Carswell, Wes Shire, Cullen Johnston. They're all there right in the middle of the fight. Sebastian Kinder having his issue early on lap number 1. We've got 2 very close battles for position here and for the race lead. James Gallagher up on Cody Claiborne, A.M. Johansson, Jason Owens. It'll be a total of about 0.6 of a second between those 4 cars as they come through turn number 4. We are expecting 1, possibly 2 pit stops for all of the classes here. These guys seeing the absolute mess ahead of them here. Let's pick this one up. This is the USF 2000s and the Legacy Pro Mazda cars. They're turning laps only about 3 seconds a lap different here. But it is an absolute armada of slow race cars down the back straightaway. That's where if you're in one of the Indy cars, 3 wide through turn number 3. if you're in one of the Indy cars, you have to be so incredibly careful trying to come around these groups of cars. They get them single filed out. We'll pick up this fight. That is the legacy. Oh, big wreck down the front straightaway. I believe that's Chad Irvine tumbling wildly. Oh, my goodness. There's a terrible crash on the front straightaway. Multiple cars involved. We've got a big one. Andrew Marquez involved in this one. Running towards the front of the Indy cars. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay on this one. Started with James Gallagher and Chad Irvine. Oh, maybe a little bit of a brake check out of Chad Irvine. Absolutely scatters the field. Multiple Indy cars involved. We've got classes all the way around involved in this one. Let's go on board here with Andrew Marquez, see what he saw of this incident. Okay, now we got the right camera queued up. Let's go on board with Andrew Marquez. He sees the smoke. Way backing out of it. He got a little bit of help from behind, and unfortunately now he's going to be just coming out of the pit area. Race leaders on pit road for their first stops of the night. Here's Dakota DeMay, Gary Godso, both on the pit lane. So we'll cover the stops here. 10.27 seconds for DeMay, 9.73 for Godso. It's going to be a drag race out of the pits here, but Godso going to hold on to the position. Jason Willott closing rapidly here. He's still out on the racetrack, so may end up with a new overall leader here in Jason Willott off of turn number 2, depending on how quickly your race leaders could get up to speed. Not quite close enough to make the move. So top 5 cars all stopping between lap 28 and lap 29. Critically at about the 20-minute mark. So they will have to stop again with about 10 minutes to go here in the race, unless you're going to go into a huge fuel save mode. So let's pick up our Indy Lights cars as they head down the front straightaway, led by Max Garbus. See if we can't get Chad Irvine back into the booth here. Chad, we heard you talk strategy there. Was there a little bit of a brake check down the front straightaway?
Absolutely not. It was a whole bunch of netcode on my end because I was nowhere near hitting anybody and just got plowed into from behind. I wish I knew what happened there. I looked back at the replay a couple times and it was just... I have no idea. I think that iRacing thought that I hit the attenuator because it just spun somebody right into my side pod. It was just... That
may have actually been it, because it almost looked like we saw a puff of smoke. That's why I asked you about a brake check, because all we saw was a puff of smoke and then absolute carnage. But you were still going in a straight line, which was kind of odd. So it's a tough break for you here. You're currently back in 31st position here, but a lot of ground to make up. Well, I guess you're kind of hoping that everybody else has issues at this point.
Yeah, I know a couple guys in class I think were involved in that one, but, you know, it is what it is. It's the month of May. I'll be out at the track all weekend in real life this weekend, so just got to take it one step at a time and have fun with it, man.
Yeah, buddy, I hear you on that one, so good luck the rest of the way there. Oh, man. Still too wide down the front straightaway here. In fact, almost going 3 wide through the corner. We haven't done this one yet here tonight. Let's give you fine folks at home here a chance to crank it up. "25 minutes down, 25 minutes to go here in the EchoBlade Freedom Fight presented by Sunset Artic Games." And Gary Godso, your race leader, over Dakota DeMeg by about a half second. This is actually one of the biggest gaps we've seen for the race lead. Godso, DeMeg, Jason Willott, all within 1 second. Andrew Marquez, 16 seconds back. So the top 3 have definitely separated themselves out here. Same is not true in the Indy Lights, however. We still have 7 cars within about 2 seconds of each other. Currently, Max Garbus leading the field over Mike McCullen. These cars have not made their pit stops yet. And on cue, the Indy Lights cars going to make their way down pit road. Here is Max Garbus, that Kellogg's Fruit Loops machine. Mike McCullen just back behind him in the Rothmans Williams entry from the mid-90s. There's the orange colors of Chris Kresge. Ben Carswell in the McLaren F1. We'll see who's going to be the first one out of pit road here. Max Garbus still sitting pit side, 17 seconds. Maybe a penalty there on Max Garbus, because taking a look here, Connor Baldwin, Wes Shire have not pitted yet. They will both come this time, as Connor's internet goes once again full potato. But Team Watt Spin Racing, oh, absolutely on the side of that car. There's the Jag of Wes Shire down into the pit area as well. Now, every car, with the exception of Tyler Ziegler, has made a pit stop. Ziegler, the front-running car in the USF 2000 class, I believe it is. Shire down and away. 13.9 seconds, the time on the stop for Wes Shire. He's going to fall back in line. So let's continue our rundown here through the front of the front of each class, I should say, because these are all individual winners here. We will have the overall, but the class winners earn the same points and the same prize money here. Gary Godso with a quarter second over Dakota DeMay. That lead now up to actually to about a half a second, as they have lap traffic sitting in the middle. Chris Kresge going to be your leader in the Indy Lights class. Looks like the extra lap for Wes Shire and Sebastian Kinder. Also, Connor Baldwin not going to play out for him in terms of strategy, as those cars have fallen about 4 seconds back of this lead group of 4 of Kresge, Carswell, Johnston, and McCullen. Looking back a little bit further now to the PM18 class. Cody Claiborne's opened up a 2.8 second lead over Jason Owens. A little bit of a surprise there. Owens going to be battling it with A.M. Johansson. Let's see if we can get a quick word in here with Jason Owens as he heads down the back straightaway. Jason, looks like the car looks good out there, but you're now a couple of seconds back of Cody Claiborne in the class lead. You got to hit the button to talk to us there, bud.
Yeah, I know. I was 3. Oh, geez. Oh, podcast is going great because it's just a whole fleet of Code Browns going on here. We were about 3 seconds after we got back up to speed back from Cody, trying to draft off everything that moves and see if we can get there by the end of the race.
Yeah, that's going to be, I guess, the key at this point, or hope Cody has a little bit of an issue here at some point. But thanks for having us in here, bud. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Jason Owens neck deep in the mess down the back straightaway. At the front of the USF 2000 field is Tyler Ziegler. Let's see if we have Tyler. Yes, we do. We do have Tyler Ziegler here that we can talk to as well. Tyler, you have not made a pit stop yet. Are you planning to, and how much farther can you go here?
I can go 4 more laps.
Okay, there you go. So 4 more laps, you're going to come in and stop. Now, obviously, that means it's going to be a much shorter fill than everybody else here, but any concern at all about extending the strategy out here and maybe losing the draft?
No, that's why I'm following the IR18 in the straightaways.
There you go. Well done, Tyler. All right, bud, we'll let you get ready for your pit stop here. There's Tyler Ziegler, currently leading the USF 2000s. Patrick Byrne leading the Legacy Pro Mazdas by 8 seconds over Robert Drew. Patrick, very slow, comfortable pace there around the inside for the USF 2000 cars. And remember, they're not allowed to run the apron, so the easy way would be just stay out of the way on the apron, but not allowed to do it. We've got a fight for the race lead brewing here. Top 3 cars, all within about 0.3 of a second. Gary Godso, Dakota DeMeg, Jason Willott. Here's DeMeg looking to the inside down the back straightaway. 31 minutes, 42 seconds on the clock. We have a new overall leader, Dakota DeMeg, in the EchoBlade number 82 machine. He put up the money for this race, so we'll give him the focus camera here. Get you a nice shot there. Tell you a little bit about EchoBlade. Don't go away. As soon as the race ends, before we do the victory lane interviews, we're going to take a 60-second commercial break so you can learn a little bit more about the EchoBlade game that's coming out here in the month of July. Trailer looks pretty cool, so. Fight for the lead is settled down. We're still about 8 minutes or so from the final pit stops for your race leaders. Going to be about the same for the Indy Lights cars as well. That's a good 4-car battle for the lead, making its way down the front straightaway. Chris Kresge has it. He's going to pull out a line. That's going to let Ben Carswell come through to the front of the field. And that McLaren Honda liveried machine. Really impressed with the overall pace here of Cody Claiborne. Currently leading the PM18 division by about 2.5 seconds over Jason Owens and A.M. Johansson. Oh, here come your race leaders down pit road. Dakota DeMague, the first one to come down for his final pit stop of the night. We've got carnage down the front straightaway. Trouble for Jose Godino and Chris Kresge. Get you the Hot Shoe Race War instant replay of this one. Well, a couple of cars popping out into line. Huge wreck. That's right at the front of the Indy Lights field. What a call by Dakota DeMague to dive into the pit area. Try to get his service completed. They continue to wreck down the front straightaway. Oh my goodness. Absolute carnage here at the front of the EchoBlade Freedom Fight. The 3 machine of Gary Godso wads it up getting into pit road. See what happened here to Gary. Comes screaming into the pit lane. Oh, grabs the binders, back end loops around just a little bit off on the brake bias setting, and that about'll do it to you. So now looking at the front of the field, Jason Willott is your race leader overall by 12.5 seconds over Andrew Marquez. Both of those cars stopping at lap number 28. They're going to have to come into pit. Dakota DeMague did finish his pit stop 8.9 seconds. Let's get you back here through the reshuffled order of the Indy Lights class as well. Ben Carswell, Mike McCullen, and Cullen Johnston, now your top 3. They've broken away by about 4 seconds over 4th place running Wes Shire. Sebastian Kinder going to be right on his rear wing. But as we get down into the late stages here, there may not be enough time to catch up here. You can see Shire and Kinder back up on the front straightaway, but may not be enough here. Here's a look at Cody Claiborne. He's your race leader in the PM18s. Not sure what happened. We've got to fight for the lead. And it's going to be a 3-wide battle down the front stretch. Don't see any damage on the front of that car, but Cody Claiborne going to fall very quickly back to position number 3 here in the PM18s. Indy Lights cars and Indy cars coming around to the outside as we're over 37 minutes. Jason Owens goes back to the front here of the PM18 division. USF 2000's a completely different story. One car spins and wrecks wildly. That's RJ Hetke who wrecked. Oh, at the head of the front straightaway. Take a look here as that car finally gets spun around, comes to a stop. Hetke able to get it into the pit lane. That was a massive hit for RJ Hetke. Let's see what happened here. I think trying to come to pit road. Oh, he just lost it off at turn number 4. Spikes the inside retaining wall almost head on. Oh, and then he takes out one of the PM18s. That was Cody Claiborne that took a big shot there. So Hetke back on pit road now. Let's get you the full field rundown here as we approach 10 minutes remaining in the EchoBlade Freedom Fight. Jason Willott, Andrew Marquez, and Dakota DeMague going to be your top 3 in the IndyCar division. Willott and Marquez have not stopped. DeMeg is about 33 seconds back. This is going to be very, very close on pit exit for those cars. Final stops not yet completed for the Indy Lights class either. Ben Carswell, Mike McCullen, Cullen Johnston, all within 3/4 of a second. Still about 3 3/4 seconds back to Wes Shire and Sebastian Kinder. Interesting one to keep an eye on here. It's a long pit stop time, but Chris Kresge, actually, yeah, he's being scored 2 laps down to the race leader after having to tow in after that incident. So, tough break there for Chris Kresge. PM18s have a fantastic duel going on here between A.M. Johansson and Jason Owens. Unfortunately, Cody Claiborne taking a big shot of damage in that incident with R.J. Hetke. Picking up Matt Houston as he comes down the front straightaway. He's going to be your race leader in the USF 2000s. Again, about 12-second lead over Tyler Ziegler. In fact, he has Kevin Smalley right on his rear wing. Smalley running 3rd in class, but a full lap down to the race leader. And there's Patrick Byrne, who's been very slow and comfortable running those Legacy Pro Mazdas. 13.5-second lead over Robert Drew. Final stops beginning for your race leaders here. Andrew Marquez making his way down the pit road. Good looking EchoBlade. Number 26 there. Love the fact that all the drivers get on board with supporting the race and series sponsors here. Marquez hits his box. He's down and away, 6.72 seconds. Jason Willott, your race leader, in on the pit road this time. Looks like Immortal Sim Racing on the side of the number 114. He's your race leader. But Dakota DeMay going to be catching in very, very quickly here. We'll see what the battle's going to shape up like. A little bit of a long stop for Willott. He's down 9.92 seconds. Oh, and it's not even going to be close on pit exit. New race leader back to the front of the field. It's Dakota DeMeg. The lead already up to 3.5 seconds. For the number 82 EchoBlade machine. Here's the Indy Lights duel. This one's been fun to watch this entire race. Love the paint job on Cullen Johnston's car. Give you a look here at the focus cams. It's just a big old rust bucket. Absolutely fantastic. Well done there, Cullen. On the paint scheme, coming around one of the USF 2000s or Legacy Pro Mazdas in turn number 1. We're getting close to the end of this one here, folks. Still with multiple classes to be decided yet. The PM18s are still nose to tail, as are the Indy Lights. Matt Houston, Patrick Byrne with pretty comfortable advantages at this point. In the USF 2000 and Legacy Pro Mazda, but no lead is safe when you've got 5 classes of cars fighting like this down the front straightaway at Indianapolis. Ben Carswell has the lead, snaking his way through traffic. One of the issues the drivers talked about last month with the Aero Info Vintage Indy was that the Indy cars were so fast, you wouldn't see them show up on your relative screen. They were just in and out of view. So it's really hard to stay out of the way of the faster class sometimes when you're fighting in and amongst a big group of cars. But Good run so far for Carswell, Cullen Johnston, and Mike McCullen. These three going to continue this fight. Oh, big bizzle by Ben Carswell down the front straightaway on Cullen Johnston. That block was absolutely massive. Oh, there's one of the Indy cars right in line. Wow. This racing is fantastically tight. A.M. Johansson, Jason Owens going to continue their duel as well down the front straightaway. This is for the lead in the PM18 class. Jason Willott just set the fastest lap of the race, 40.66 seconds. Currently running in second, but the gap is still about 3 seconds or so back to the race leader. There is Dakota DeMeg. So we'll pull up the tight shot here, give you the top three in each class. This is Dakota DeMeg. Team Race First with Sunset Artic Games, the sponsor on that one. Been the race leader throughout this race here as we're down inside of 5 minutes remaining. There's Jason Willott running in the second position. Excuse me, it's Simmortal on the side of the 114 of Jason Willott. Running in third, the EchoBlade number 26 of Andrew Marquez. Currently, oh, but he's up into the outside retaining wall. Bounces it off the safer barrier. Just keep your foot in it. Let's go. Leading the Indy Lights class is Ben Carswell. That McLaren Honda machine. Throws you back to the late 1980s, early 1990s with that one. Cullen Johnston looking just to his outside in his mediocre motorsports bucket of rust. Through 3 and 4, fighting for the race lead. Just doesn't have enough drafting help yet from Mike McCullen to try to make that pass happen. McCullen in the number 22. That Williams machine from 93, 94, just absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite liveries of all time. Looking to the front of the PM18 field, it's A.M. Johansson and the players. Colors that we saw take the victory here at the hands of Jacques Villeneuve in 1995. Just back behind Johansson, the Extra Life Riley Children Foundation's car of Jason Owens. Jason in full concentration mode there. Cody Claiborne, the Milk Machine, running third in the PM18 division. Tough break for Cody, getting caught up in that incident a little bit earlier in the race here. Leading the US F2000 class is Matt Houston from Race First, Team Race First with Sunset Artic Games. He's been there from the beginning, very quietly earning himself a very, very good finish tonight. There's Tyler Ziegler. From the Chad Irvine School of Design, one car up into the outside retaining wall. That was Joseph Penn. El Vagabundo del Diablo Racing for Tyler Ziegler. Well done, sir. There's a look at Kevin Smalley. Good run last night in the TNT PM18 All-Oval Series. He's going to back it up tonight with what looks to be potentially another good finish here in the EchoBlade Freedom Fight. There's Patrick Byrne tucked into the draft, leading comfortably here in the Legacy Pro Mazda division. Absolutely a good run tonight for that 27 machine of Patrick Byrne. There's Robert Drew, currently running in the second position. He's sort of all out on his lonesome as well. The Molecule National Guard, number 1 of Robert Drew. Currently running in the third position is the number 30 of John Forbes. I haven't talked much about John tonight, but that car just been quietly competitive here. I'm not sure what the paint job is, but I like it. So now we'll head back to the front of the field as we get down inside of 1 minute to go. It'll be very close to if we see a white flag here. I don't think we will. But there's Dakota DeMeg, your race leader overall. What has just been a fantastic run. Clean all night, 2 quick pit stops. And it looks like your race leader, Dakota DeMeg, will see the white flag here next time by. Yep, there you go. 50 minutes will expire here. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Dakota DeMeg. Your overall race leader in the IR18 IndyCar class, lapped all but the top 3 cars. Jason Willott, Andrew Marquez, the only 3 that will finish on the lead lap tonight. Through turns 3 and 4, and if you're going to put your name on a race, you might as well make it a good one. How does this one sound? Dakota DeMeg wins the EchoBlade Freedom Fight at Indianapolis. Pick up the Indy Lights finish here as they come through turns 3 and 4. This one's going to be an absolute drag race to the finish. Down the back straightaway for the final time. 3 wide for the race win. Oh, they're coming up on lap traffic. Who's going to give? Little bit of contact. Cullen Johnston wrecks out. He will not win. Oh, that lap traffic came into play at such a brutal moment. Down the front straightaway, and Ben Carswell gets the win in Indy Lights. Matt Houston picks up the win in the US F2000. A.M. Johansson is long gone, but I believe he is your race winner. Well, maybe not. We got to see who timing and scoring has first and second here. That finish is incredibly close. Let's show you the white flag lap again, or at least the run to the checkered anyway, since we don't have access to white flag laps here. Let's give this one to you at half speed. Here's the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Through turns 3 and 4, Jason Owens with the race lead. I'm sorry, that's Johansson with the race lead into 3. Owens trying to get caught up here. Does he pull the draft off the Indycar? Owens swings out at the finish. Drag race down the front straightaway. Oh, there, what a finish. Jason Owens gets the win. What a fantastic run to the finish there. We'll get you back to the live look here, and we'll get you race results here in just a moment. Here are your race results in the IndyCar division. Dakota DeMeg picks up the win by almost 4 seconds over Jason Willott. Another 8 seconds back to Andrew Marquez. Everybody else finishing at least 1 or more laps down. Antonio Estrada, Gary Godso, the top 5. J. William Walker, Jose Gadino, Joseph Penn, and R.J. Hetge round out the class in the IndyCars. In Indy Lights, Ben Carswell gets the win by .305 seconds over Mike McCullen. Wes Shire, Sebastian Kinder, Colin Johnston, your top 5. Max Garbus, Chris Kresge, and Connor Baldwin complete the field. Indy Pro 2000. Jason Owens gets the win by 1.5 seconds over A.M. Johansson, Cody Claiborne, Jeffrey Davis, and James Gallagher. The USF 2000 class, Matt Houston gets the win by almost 11 seconds over Tyler Ziegler. Kevin Smalley, Jason Murray, Chad Irvine, and Mac Galida round out the field in that one. And in Legacy Pro Mazda, Patrick Byrne with a big win by 12.5 seconds over Robert Drew. John Forbes, first car, 1 lap down. Gary DeMoss, Corey Cleary, Rick Cleary, and Nicholas Isidro. But with that, let's get the graphics down here. And as we get everybody lined up for the Victory Lane interviews, let's give you all a chance to check out the upcoming release here from Arctic Sunset Games. This is EchoBlade.
You're blind. You're trying to escape from here, aren't you? I want to see how far you can make it before your head is chopped off.
There you go. Wow. Looking forward to picking up a copy of EchoBlade. And let's pick up our overall race winner here in the IndyCar class. Dakota DeMay, congratulations on picking up the win here. You're going to get to drink the bottle of milk tonight, winning an IndyCar race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Oh yeah, it's always special to win an Indy, you know, home track for me. So it's always means a lot when I can pull off a win here. It's 2 in a row, and I'm sponsoring this race. It's a great night.
Yeah, it was a fantastic show. That is for sure. And I tell you what, first tell the folks a little bit about EchoBlade here, and then we'll kind of get into the race a little bit as well.
EchoBlade is a game I've been working on. It is a action puzzle combat dungeon explorer with the mechanics of echolocation. You are a blind knight who uses echolocation to navigate through this dungeon that's filled with enemies and traps, and it's just a very much kind of an experimental type of game I've been working on. So if you guys are interested in that, you can check it out on Steam. I got a demo coming out next month. And early access coming out in early July, so you can check that out on Steam.
There you go. You answer the question from the viewers on cue here. Ask them where we can pre-order the game. You give them the answer as the graphics come up. Gosh. That is fantastic. It sounds like you know what you're doing.
Pre-order the game is an inside joke. I am not offering pre-orders at this time, yet I have a very dedicated friend who likes to ask that question every 5 seconds.
That's beautiful. Let's get into the race here a little bit. It seemed like it sort of came down to pit strategy and how the execution was on and off of pit road, but I mean, I guess in reality it was as much dodgeball as anything else too tonight.
So yeah, the winning move is definitely both. I saw a bunch of wrecking on the pit straight, and I realized that, or on the front straight, and I realized I was in my pit window. So I ducked down pit road as soon as I could and just tried to do a big undercut and hope that worked, and it did. I pulled away about 4 seconds on Jason, and then I finished about 3 seconds ahead. So pit strategy and just hoping that the slower cars keep to the inside.
Yeah, that was
sketchy moments.
we called it right in the moment there that may have been a race-winning move, because having the wherewithal to get down pit road, get the service done, and then make the strategy work. I mean, that call was absolutely brilliant and very spur of the moment for that matter too.
Oh yeah, I'm no stranger to Indy. I know how pit strategy works, and as soon as I saw that opening, I went for it. That was my move, and it worked out.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. So congratulations on the win tonight. Who would you like to thank?
Oh, shout out to Gary. He helped me in that race do a little bit of fuel saving, and he's always a good friend of mine. We do a bunch of leagues together. Shout out to Matt and Team Raceverse, another broadcaster. He puts on great stuff. And shout out to Ben and Alyssa. I think they're watching right now too. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, there you go. Congratulations, Dakota, and hopefully we're talking to you again next month for the summer solstice.
I hope so.
There you go. There's Dakota DeMeg. Let's pick up our next class winner here. Ben Carswell getting the win in Indy Lights. Ben, tell us about that last lap. You're coming down the back straightaway, 3 wide for the win, and then everything appeared in front of you.
Yeah, that was really frightening. The slower class in front of us, I couldn't even tell which class it was. They were fighting for the win, and they went about 4 wide, and I did not know if I was going to have room. I guess there wasn't enough room for all of us there at the end. Went for the middle and prayed.
It was close, but ultimately it was the winning move there. Cullen got bumped a little bit to the outside, and it really just boiled down to Mike had to react, and you got to make the move first.
Yeah, I mean, that's mostly what this race turned out to be, especially in our category, was a lot of reacting and trying to be proactive, but it was just a lot of planning and trying to anticipate moves and cut off drafts.
Yeah, absolutely an impressive win for you tonight here, and good for the points as well, because the way the points are awarded in the series here, you're taking home the same amount of points as Dakota is for your race win as well.
That's awesome. I always need points. I always need a little bit of a kick, because I think the last special event I was in didn't end too well for me, so this is a nice rebound.
There you go. All right, Ben. Well, congratulations once again here on the class win.
Thank you so much, Chris.
All right, let's pick up our we're going to save this one for the end here, because we're going to have a little bit longer conversation to preview next month. Let's pick up Matt Houston here as we get his run to the checkered flag. And Matt, congratulations on the win here in the USF 2000 class. It seemed like the race really just kind of played out into your hands tonight in a pretty big way, winning by 11 seconds.
Yeah, so it was a good win. I made a strategy call somewhere in there to pit early, and I got lucky with some help from Kevin Smalley. And there was some, I don't even know what it was. It was maybe a Pro Mazda. I'm not sure what it was, but they helped me get around the track, and that was good.
Yeah, you basically sit in the tow and sip fuel, and that really was one of the keys to victory here in making that strategy call stretch.
Yeah, there was also this moment. I'm going to have to go back and look at the replay. I highly doubt it was on the broadcast, where I decided to take a drive down the backstretch grass to surprise some people. But I kept it straight. I almost lost it, and that was kind of the move of the race for me.
There you go. Yeah, I don't think we caught that one, but we'll definitely have to go back and check the replay. But Matt, congratulations on the class win tonight. Who would you like to thank?
Well, I got to thank Dakota for putting on the event here. Go pre-order EchoBlade. Of course, my sponsors, Raceverse. We do broadcasting too. No competition with you, though. We're both broadcasters, so we stay mutual relation there between us.
Yeah, that one's we like to get to watch your content on Race First. We're definitely subscribed on YouTube and all the socials. So congratulations on the class win tonight here, and hopefully we're talking to you again next month.
Yeah, we will see. Thank you very much.
All right, we've got one more Victory Lane interview to go here before we get to Jason Owens. Let's pick up Patrick Byrne in the absolutely number 27. Patrick, the comment in the Discord was finally. You've been wanting one of these special events for a long time.
Yes. And I've been racing Indianapolis Super Speedway for years, and I've never got a win. I've always felt like I've had the Andretti curse, the worst things that happened to me. The last special event, I was leading by 4 laps. I had a computer issue and took me out of the race. I ended up finishing second in that one. So just finally to win one here at Indianapolis, I was almost in tears by the time we got to the end of this race.
Yeah, it was a very good run for you, and huge win. You beat Robert Drew home by 19 seconds. How do you win a race that is so draft dependent by 19 seconds?
So thankfully, I'm good buddies with Gary DeMoss. I really want to thank him for this victory. Without him, I could not have done it. And because of that, he was willing to, even though he's a couple laps down, to sit in front of me, let me get the draft off him. We were above drafting around the whole track, and that alliance is what allowed me to just stay in the lead, build up that gap, and guarantee myself the win here.
All right, Patrick. Well, congratulations on the race win here, bud, tonight. Who would you like to thank?
I would like to thank all of TNT. I would like to thank you for hosting this race. And most importantly, I just want to give a good old, oh, absolutely, to everyone watching, because I know they'll get a good laugh out of that.
Yes, we will. We will continue to laugh at you for that one too, Patrick. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Let's see if we can get Jason Owens in the booth here. He may be driving another race at the moment here. Jason, are you available to chat with us here?
I am. I'm also on the grid in a PM18 race at USA International, so I've got about 90 seconds here to go.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on the win. Tell us about that last lap, the big pass for the win.
Yeah, so it's awesome. Like, AM pitted a lap before I did, and then through drafting off the other classes, I was able to get back up to him. And I knew he was going to be tight on fuel, so I just sat in his draft and like basically pushed him to run full the whole way. And I thought either he's going to run out of fuel. I set it up to get a run on him, and I had a run. So I think I was going to beat him to the line either way. But he ran out of fuel a couple hundred yards from the finish, and that's my first win in the special events, right? Like, I put these things on, but I've never won one of these deals in any class before. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is correct. You get the win. And in the PM18, which is the car you're most familiar with, here's you're gridding up. Last question before we let you run here to run your race. What's coming up next month?
So next month we have, we're calling it the Slowstest. We don't have a sponsor yet, so if anybody out there wants to sponsor the June TNT Special Event Series race, hit me up, hit Chris Graham up here at National Racing Network. But we are running the Slowstest Special, so we've got 20 Solstices, 20 MX5 Cups, and 20, I can't remember what we decided for the third class, but I think Jetta TDIs. So we've got 3 of the slowest cars on the biggest track in iRacing. It is going to be an absolute disaster of pack racing proportions, and we're going to go have some fun.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that one in a big way. So good luck in the PM18 official here, bud. We'll be talking to you hopefully again next month.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
So there you go. There is your 5 class winners. We round it out here with Jason Owens as we go back to the live look at the World Center of Racing. This one has been a ton of fun. The EchoBlade Freedom Fight here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Make sure you check out EchoBlade on Steam. You can get all the information there. We do have a link in the description of the YouTube video as well, so make sure you check them out there. Huge week of racing continues here tomorrow night. We're back with another doubleheader. The Ezra IndyCar Series kicks things off at 8 o'clock. We follow it up at 10 p.m. with the Indy Pro 2000 official. Friday night, live real-world racing action from the Linda Speedway, Jonestown, Pennsylvania. Another night of micro sprint racing action coming up from Linda's. Don't think we have anything this Saturday, and then we follow it up on Sunday with the High Slide Cup Series, their last race before they get a week off. So we've got a ton of fantastic racing action coming up here over the next week and really leading into the Memorial Day weekend. We will be dark all of Memorial Day weekend so we can enjoy the real-world racing action and the highest of holy days on the racing calendar with you fans as well. But for everybody here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. It's been a pleasure to have you with us this evening. We will talk to you tomorrow night with the Ezra IndyCar Series. Have a great night, everybody.
You're blind. You're trying to escape from here, aren't you? See how far you can make it before your head is chopped off.